2 days ago, I have already discovered the Ocean Liner comic studio with cruise ships like whatever things before like anything about here, that all the names beyond of its way before some kind of disasters could happen everywhere around for all of the time for some kind of like the years or some kind of by the end of its journey that led us to scrapped or sink it all the way down into the unknown as hell, to be forgotten forever. And so, we're not going to be finding as well as we found here in the studios, as we've seen around here for some kind of like anywhere beyond of its way. But what about here for some kind of Olympic comic studio? I should be able to cover here for some sort of like this. And why is there for some kind of the Olympic comic studio? Let's go check it out with so many trains on its way on the banner. And sometimes there must be a whole bunch of characters from Japan and not like anything as well for some other kinds of those things, which includes Yokai Watch, the American Dad, the gaming consoles from Japan, and for some kind of featured Super Smash Bros. And anything it goes, a whole lot of things for some kind of like anything throughout every series, including Chugaton, My Little Pony, anything as well, and for some kind of Happy Tree Friends, Hello Kitty, and many stuff like cartoons anyway, from around the world, or looks like anything as well. This includes the seeing things whenever it does, especially the Japanese vehicles, like anywhere, the insects and the dinosaurs, like when anything it goes. So, without further ado, instead of all of the characters and ride itself from everything it to do, there must be for the musical instruments, and for some clothings as well for some kind of costumes. The balls like the sports could be for that, the V-ball, the footballs, skateboards, soccer's, baseball bat, whatever it goes. And for some kind of the inventions like themselves, there's the Nintendo Switch, cards, anything to do. There should be books around here. There's multiple arts, like the packages, the foods, pretty terrible, and some toys whenever it goes. And it's absolutely having a little bit of amount of don't like those things as well. So the crossovers like those things, like the trains, or everything should be. There are multiple trains out there, and there must be a whole lot of trains built in Japan like anything as well, instead of American reference. So right over here at about for the beginning of this strategy, there are a whole bunch of Japanese trains everywhere, including steam engines, and even as possible, like anything that you've seen this before. And the background images, like anything it's good, like anything it could like these. And probably there are almost everywhere around here, especially for this one, and for some kind of like anything as well. And for some kinds of Japanese games or something. That wouldn't even for some kind of like these things as well. We're starting around for the emergency vehicles. And they are not immigrant vehicles like anything as well. These were the Japanese emergency vehicles, like anything as well. The construction builds like crazy things, bizarre things like every vehicle should be. Just before I continue this video, without further ado, I added something a little bit pretty special for you for this time as well from the previous video. I have already added for some kind of cookies like these things as well, the peppermint cookie, including for some sort of like on top of them it was cucumber cookie as well. But looks like there must be for the cookies like it's strawberry crepe and cherry blossom cookie all over again as well. I didn't added cruise ships around here from like anywhere for just them on as well, from the Great Voyage as well. Sometimes would it be able to be added for something? Or maybe that I just try to edit something around here. So since I'm going to be using the crossovers and search for Cookie Run Expanded Comic Studio, I have definitely not known around here as anywhere. So I'm going to be finding out, like whenever it does, this can taking much more hours before that I just totally not going to be added something. Like whenever I totally added for like anything as well. And just before I just continued for one, and I was pretty good to go for a little bit for one thing. So, a great beautiful skies like anything as well, and so on, like the Titanic overall, should be whenever it does as well. Unlike these things as well, that's the Queen Mary like these things. The Anna Savannah, where should I put around here itself before I'll continue with this video? So on, that the SS America that I added here should be right them here before. And so is the Titanic that I just wasn't able to be possibly that I added over here. So the Titanic should be right over here. And that wasn't going to be actually even perfect as well. So I wasn't able to be added for something next as well. For the SS Estonia. I wasn't able to be added for something like Anywhere It Goes, but more cruise ships like these wouldn't be like this before. So it's not going to be a great voyage like here what to do. And because I added the RMS Queen Victoria, you see probably for some kind of drafts of course. So the RMS Queen Victoria is on its way for another destination. And thankfully, let's get back into the comic studio where I just tried to review the cars. And it was created by Tsuboyuma, who is the creator of this comic creator, but you seeing this in the studio like anything around of the feed, there are no comic posts around anywhere of this site. And because of like anything about this, that Tsuboyuma wouldn't able to be posting this whenever he wouldn't able to do this whenever before. Sometimes it was established by for some sort of years ago, and that wouldn't be so necessary that I won't able to be finding out where the Japanese like those things and couldn't able to be find for so much even language. So this is the secret comic studio. The secret comic studio that wouldn't be able to be showing this, because I got a link for just right here for just thing at the end of this video. There is any more of those vehicles like this. There were immigrant buses like exported buses, whatever it does, and some kind of mini trucks like anything is possible from anything for itself. Flying vehicles like these would be enormously so bizarre. What I'm not going to be thinking around here. There must be game console companies like these. Would be almost like everywhere as possible. And there are more things like these. And probably there weren't racing games like anything before. And so there must be for a whole bunch of things, whatever that I just totally saw. There's a visionary bullet trains almost everywhere it does. And there must be look like for the evil blasted trains and old-fashioned trains like the Shinkansen series and the CRH series from China. But I don't like CRH series like those things. The commuter trains are only from Japan. I definitely didn't actually have that anywhere for to do this. Express trains like this wouldn't be even necessary, of course. They're almost like everywhere in like anything as well. And so there must be a little bit more stuff to do as well. There's so many Japanese vehicles everywhere. They're everywhere for around here for most of all. So there must be anywhere for some kind of like these. And for some kind of Japanese steam engines, of course, there must be for multiple Japanese steam engines as well. But at least I have American steam engines in my files. The freight engines, like those things, could be so electric, including for much more some kind of diesel as well, including weapon defenses. Like anything it goes. The weapon defenses, like anything as well. The Japanese insects and the dinosaurs. I already saw this, what I just expecting. So, this is everything that I just totally seeing this, and especially does not include for submitted sprites like anywhere it goes. So, in fact, that I just probably spawned it in, so I wasn't able to be fined when actually that I just didn't see this as well. The vehicles, like the emergency vehicles, there weren't like anything as well. The work vehicles, like themselves, could be like the Peterbilts. You see, there must be a super formula on this way. You already seen this last time. And what if I would able to be spawn a police car, or should I just add it sometimes as well? Anyways, that must be a Japanese police car. But then goes to my files. There should be anyways, there should be American police cars, should be. So there it goes. Could be the American police car look like. So this is when I was not going to be expecting. So this is the American police car as well, that is just pretty soft around here. It's just like the HWPD. Sometimes I might going to be find something as well. There are toys from Tamika, and that concludes like almost everywhere it does. There are tanks or anything like car carriers, including a Formula 1 car over here, including for some kind of the cabs, tractors, motorcycles, or any vehicle it goes. Especially emergency vehicles from Japan, like anything as well. There are more as well, such as the Parade, like those kind of big trains, whatever, that I just already saw this. And some collaborations with Pixar cars. There look almost everywhere for around here for this things as well. And the trains from Thomas and Friends. I definitely know this. I totally remember when I was back in the day. And I totally ever seen this, that was everything for today. So I would able to be added for another police car. And so on will be the Lamborghini Countach. The Lamborghini Countach around here in the back. So it should be right over here as well. Thankfully, that will be the end of this video, and hopefully the link is going to be in the description down below. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and I gotta be signing off. And I'll be talking to you mini lads and Comic Studio users all later. And don't forget, the link is going to be in description to be for browse many comics as you want. If you're probably going to be seeing this, that you want to see like anything as well before it's going to be taken down by a lawsuit in the future.